Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love. Hold up. Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love. I know I'm normally at home, but I'm at my mama's house. I'm on my way home. So I said, let me go ahead and do this live really quick before I get to the house, before it's too late. And I hope everybody can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. I have my headphones in, so I'm not sure if you can hear me good, but let me know if you can. And I just want to briefly go over this new moon in Leo and what this means for everybody and things to look out for. It's a whole lot of new beginnings. Beginnings for everybody in different areas, which is why we surrender as we go to a new moon. We start to surrender. We start to let go of certain things, stop resisting things, because new things are about to start, things that are going to go more in your favor or more of your choice. You have more of a power to choose once it's at a new moon about what's going to happen. So this is why we do our rituals and everything around this time. So peace and love, everybody. Peace and love, Ty. Peace and love, Zaid. Peace and love, everybody. Let me see who on here. Let me see some names. Peace and love. All right. But the new moon is just about new beginnings for everybody. All this month through Leo season, everybody was dealing with a lot of changes. A lot of people were dealing with a lot of storms, a lot of headaches, a lot of things that were going wrong. So I would even say a lot of chaos. But on the other end, a lot of people may have been receiving a lot of bliss and a lot of opportunities and things on the receiving end of the Leo season, because the Leo season is all about you celebrating yourself and your passions and what gets you excited and all of those things, and then collecting that and bringing it to a crowd and bringing it to a group of people or people that agree or people that also share the same interests as you. A lot of people were meeting new people, a lot of new relationships started, a lot of new jobs started, a lot of people lost their jobs, a lot of changes financially for a lot of people. And now with Uranus retrograding in Taurus, it's going to be a lot of shifts and changes to people's finances in general. So this is another reason why this Leo season was for us to get a whole lot of light on things we needed to pay attention to. Oh, peace and love. Peace and love, Tam. Y'all, it's her birthday. That's my cousin. Peace and love, girl. Happy Leo season. Happy birthday. Yes. Peace and love, Andre. Peace and love, everybody. But peace and love, oh, my cousin. Oh, I hope you enjoy your birthday. Yeah, I love Leos. I have a Leo ascendant, so I think I act like one. But I love Leos. Leos are the best. So yeah. But yeah, new beginnings for everybody, starting fresh. So wherever things went wrong, wherever you had a crash at in your life, wherever you were at a crossroads about making decisions, because a lot of people had to make decisions relationship-wise, as far as their jobs, people that we're going to be friends with. So this is why there was a lot of separation happening this month as far as, where people want to be in their life and the shifts and the changes they were seeing through life for themselves, the way they saw the world. So all of that has a lot to do with the changes in this new moon, where we can really completely shave off all the stuff we don't need anymore and pack our bags properly for the next 6 months. Most definitely, Tam. I love Leos. And it was my aunt's birthday the other day too, y'all. Leos are the best. They just are like the party, and they really truly do honor the sun. They really are a representation of the sun and everything that the sun represents. They really do brighten up your day, and sometimes they can get a little hot, and dramatic, but I love it. I love their dramatic ways, because nobody can do it like them. Especially Leo ascendants, though. They are so dramatic with their face and their face expressions and everything. But love you, Tam. And she is such a Leo, y'all. Y'all gotta see her hair, everything, okay? She is very much a superstar, her and my aunt. So peace and love to all the Leos, though. Peace and love, everybody. But yeah, everybody's starting fresh, starting new. So with that new moon in Leo, a lot of people, whoever you met this month, okay? Whoever you decided on, because like I said, a lot of people had decisions they had to make about relationships and who they wanted to be with or what they were going to do or how they were going to go about something, or a lot of people were taking risks about something. So a lot of people were thinking about what they were going to do and saying, I'm going to take a risk on this. And so a lot of people are going to be either receiving the benefit of whatever was taking place, or like I say, the result of it. And it's not always the benefit, whatever your decision was. And peace and love, Ty. I didn't know you were a Leo. That's why you're so expressive. Because most definitely, that makes a lot of sense. Say no more. Peace and love. Peace and love. That's most definitely a Leo, you guys. And some people, when you look at them, they actually look like a lion. Like some people actually look like their sign. So you can look at some people and look at their face, or I look at their teeth and look at their hands. You can tell a Capricorn really good by their hands because they actually look like hooves, the way their hands are shaped. You can tell an Aries by the shape of their head. A lot of times, well, really their ascendant, how they appear. Geminis tend to look very young. A Gemini can be like 50 and look like 30. So Geminis and Leos tend to look very young because they deal with like children. Leos also are very dramatic about their hair and their makeup because you got to think about the mane and all of that, and that's why it goes back to their roar and all of that, the face expressions and all of that with a Leo. So that's why I can tell a Leo or a Leo ascendant very fast. A Leo moon may not always look like a Leo. They may not always come off like a Leo. They sound like one. A lot of times a Leo moon is going to sound loud. They're going to talk loud. Why are you talking so loud? That's the Leo moon, because they might be a whole nother sign, but everything they're saying is coming through the mic, coming out like it's on the intercom. So you got to think Leos are very theatrical. So thinking about like on a stage or something like that. That's why they're very, you know. But peace and love, Lala. Oh my goodness, I just called you, but I will get with you when I get off live. Upper body, most definitely. Leo is the heart. Leo is the heart, so that's why it definitely deals with the upper body strength, the upper body standing up straight. Leo deals a lot with your posture, so that's why it's dealing with a lot of courage, a lot of will, a lot of strength. Very regal sign, very, very regal sign. So, honey, I always say Leo is the superstar of the zodiac, even though they're like royalty, but I always say Taurus is really the royal sign of the zodiac. Taurus and kind of Libra, king or the queen of the zodiac. For me, Leo is more like the prince. Now, don't get me wrong, Leo still runs stuff because it's ruled by the sun, but it's more of the prince. It's more of a youthful, playful type of energy, and it challenges Taurus, and Taurus is more of an old soul, old man with money, rich old people kind of money, so that's why they're more of a royal sign, an older sign. I always say Taurus has got that long money. You get what I'm saying? But Leo has that young money. That's that fresh new money. So they're more excited and they move faster. They have a lot more energy. Tauruses are more selective about what they do with their energy or who they deal with. So you got to think about a bull moves a little bit slower about when it comes to making a decision, but that's why the bull also represents wisdom, and this is why Leo represents power. And so all is well, but it's all talking about where we all have power at, you guys. I hope y'all can see me. I'm at my mama's house and I'm on her back porch, so I know I'm normally at home in the light, but Leo is just about energy and your power and expressing yourself. And with this new moon, like I said, this could be a breakup day for some people. This could have been somebody losing their job because it's sensitive to your power. So unless you are open to change, this could be something that could be something out of nowhere for some people. If you're not open to change and you're not open and you're not able to adjust mentally, physically, or spiritually to things that take place in the past couple of days, then this is where something can take away from your confidence, and something can make you embarrassed or feel like there's a mistake or accident in a decision that you made. So this is where all of this is coming from with your new moon. So you have to think about anytime there's a new moon, what you're doing has a lot to do with the next 6 months. Your new moon is the start of a cycle to something. Okay, so the full moon is you receiving something on receive mode, and this is also the end of a cycle to something. So this is why everything that's happening with this new moon has a lot to do with in the next 6 to 7 months. And so this is why you want to set the stage for what you want in the next few months. Where you want to be, who you want to be with, if there's a passion you have, if there's a product, if there's a service, anything like that, and wherever you want to see this baby grow in the next 6 to 7 months, this is a time for you to really get it started. I would say beep your horn, because Leo is the horn in the vehicle of the zodiac. So this is where you're getting attention at in life, or where you're turning the volume up on a situation in life. You might be expressing who you love. You might be expressing what you love. All of that. Sorry about that. Somebody called me. Okay, but people that you just met, any friends you've just met, especially any events that have happened in the past couple of weeks, has a lot to do with your new moon in Leo. So think about the past couple of weeks, new situations that have happened, or any chaos or drama that may have happened. Because now you're, like I said, you're either reaping the benefit of it, or you're seeing the result, or what may have went wrong, or where your mistake was at. And this is all about wherever you have confidence at and where you feel secure at. You have to feel secure with whatever you're doing to reap the real benefit of things the next couple of days. And so I would say make sure your seatbelt is on before you make a decision, before you say something, before you jump out there and do something. You have to make it like your decision is on the other side of railroad tracks. And you have to move fast enough to collect that magic before this opportunity ends, or before you get hit. And so this is why you want to be secure with what you're doing mentally, physically, financially, emotionally. You want to be rich in all areas, because this might be something that might cost you something later. So that's why I say might be makeups or breakups, or people losing their jobs, some type of separation. But this is also somebody taking a chance or a risk, hollering at somebody, start something new, starting a new relationship, or things like that as well. It really just depends on where you have whatever in your chart, where it is in your chart. Thank you, Khadijah. Peace and love, Mama. Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love, everybody. Ooh, Lala, don't you say that. You ready for the truth. You ready for the truth. And you know what? With the moon being in Leo, so the moon being in Leo, think about the moon. I call it like a need. So it's saying, I need attention in this area. So Leo is talking about the attention. So this is how you make a full sentence of the interpretation. The moon is what you need, all right? Leo is what you need attention to, or what your gift is. And then whatever house you have it in, this is why it's a sentence. That's the actual message. They're words. So it's really numbers, but they're measurements. And all the numbers actually mean a word. They actually mean something. So this is why when you measure things, or when they're you're trying to calculate something, especially dealing with astrology, or with any math or anything like that, it's simply a sentence. The letters and numbers are to me the same, and so I can break down any type of formula or anything like that because of the numbers. It's all the same language. So that's why when you're reading your signs, and when you're reading astrology, when you're reading the stars, it really is simply the same thing. No different from writing your name. You're just putting letters and numbers and things together. It means and what it says. And it's a thing, what it means for you. And it's a personal thing, but there are certain people in tune with you. So this is why when you do your own reading, or do somebody else's reading, or however, you're speaking for them, a number or a combination of numbers that they couldn't break down for themselves. And that's simply what it is. Everybody can read. Everybody reads differently, and everybody has different tools to do it. And so there's nothing too much outside of what any of us can do, what somebody else can do. Because a lot of people are like, oh, you're so good at astrology. And I'm like, you good at astrology. We all come in at different degrees, you guys. So this is why we all have different birthdays, birth times, locations, and all of that. We all come in at different degrees, so we all going to know different things and have different gifts and be elevated in different areas. So this is what makes the world really go round, when everybody has different gifts and different things to add to the pot. And so we all have a reason to go to somebody else for something else, because there's something that somebody else can provide. So I always say, don't get too caught up in whether you can do astrology or read a chart or things. Certain people are going to be good at it naturally. And then some people, it might take you years. It might take you some time. So this is why it's an energetic thing about who you trust and who you to, as far as who you would let do a reading for you. Because people ask me that all the time. And People even ask me who does my readings when nobody does my readings. I do my own readings. And I read my chart every day. And I look at it often. And I like to look at things months ahead, years ahead, days ahead. You want to know who's going to be in your space. You want to know what's going to happen day to day, moment to moment. And I'm not going to say to the exact T you're going to know every little thing, but you want to know around what time should I do this. And you want to use it as a tool for your benefit about when to have a meeting or when to choose a mate or anything like that. That's why there are different shifts and times in our lives, and you have to always be ready. And so you have to always know what time it is. And you know what time it is in your body if you've never looked at a chart. You know what time it is when you look in the sky if you've never looked at a chart. When you close your eyes, you always know what time it is. You know when it's time for you to do something when you trust yourself. So a lot of people really get caught up in knowing how to do it. It takes time. Relationship with you, and the best way to measure the astrology is to measure your own life. And so that's why I journal and things like that, certain transits and what it meant for me and what actually happened. You know, you can look back on those things, and that really even helps me with my interpretations for other people because it's a personal thing. This is what happened with me. Very likely in this area of your life, this is what's happening with you. But anyway, with that new moon, like I say, new moon, new times, fresh air, starting over, new beginnings. You're not going to be the same you. The same you was 6 months ago, you're never going to be that you again. You're about to be a different size now. A new big boy, big girl, you know, and so you're different. You're never going to be the same again. And from moment to moment, you're never going to be the same. And so this is why when we have new moons, we realize it's a new cycle for our life. And there's something else that the universe is shifting. And that's why I say when you know your power, you're the one making the choice. But when you don't know your power, the universe is going to make the choice for you. And this is why people get fired or get dumped or situations seem like it's happening to you when really you didn't see something or you didn't listen to yourself or you already knew it was going to happen. So this is why those are sometimes even a relief for some people when they lose their job or when they're getting evicted out their house or when their car finally gets repoed. Like sometimes it was a relief because it was something you wasn't going to do unless somebody came and did it. And so this is why we have to learn to trust ourselves about decisions that we should make so that we feel it in our body. Because sometimes things we don't do sits in our body. All right. And this is where baggage comes from. This is where extra weight comes from. This is where illness comes from, blocked chakras and all of those things. And so that's why I say trust yourself. Mind, body, and spirit. Let it all like flow together so that you can really see the bliss and opportunities and everything that's out here for us. And I know we hear that a lot. But a lot of people are not living in higher self because a lot of people don't trust. And it's not in something, it's in you. And a lot of people don't trust within self. So a lot of people have obstacles like all of the time, you know, and your life reflects what you think all the time. And so with that creative mode, which and Leo puts a lot of into your life, a lot of bright colors where everything's are very black and white, where everything's are very bland. Leo comes in, and that's why I say just like the sun, just comes in and changes the temperature in the room. And so use this time to really change the temperature in your life. And a lot of people may have been getting some surprises today about their living situations, all of that, good and bad, however you look at it. And so now at this point, what size do you wear now? Because you're not the same size you was before. So how flexible are you? You know, and also what do you do when you have the dice in your hands of life? When it's a chance that you can take on something and there's a shift that you can make on your own, what do you do? And this is what the universe wants to know. And this is why you have to be very secure with what you're doing, because that also goes back to the Uranus retrograding in Taurus. And so with the new moon in Leo, it's right across from, right? So this is opposing this at 180 degrees. So this is why, Uranus is in Taurus, which is also aspecting this. So they challenge this. Everything is challenging each other in a sense and in opposition to each other, depending on how much confidence you have, how secure you are, how much of a vibration you have to a situation, what you're attracting into your life. If you don't have faith, you attract a lot of accidents, mistakes, and things you don't want and things that do not go in your favor. But when there's a lot of confidence in what you're doing, very likely you're going to, like I say, get the benefit, or you're going to the miracle of a situation. So, you know, think about it like that, y'all. Think about it like that. I would also say it's going to be some communicating for the next couple of days, because it's going to be a lot of talking, the things people need to say. And now that Mars is about to be getting in Taurus, So this goes back to actively keeping your money safe, actively being safe about your resources and all of that. Because as the summer is going to come to a close and it's going to start getting colder, all right, the seasons are going to change, so the signs are going to change, and they're going to tell you to do something different. So in the next few days, as we're going into Virgo season, this is still the new moon in Leo, but Mercury is in Leo, which rules Virgo. So that's why I'm saying in the next few days, for one, we're thinking out loud, we're thinking creatively. But then for two, with Mars going in Taurus soon, this is also telling you to be resourceful, be mindful, use your wisdom when it comes to your resources, use your wisdom when it comes to your finances, your money, because there are some more shifts that's going to happen to all of us socially. So like tissue and all of that a lot of people weren't like paying a whole lot of attention to anymore, those are things that's going to come back up again. It's going to be a major commodity to have. Water, all of those things. Because Taurus is dealing with our basic needs. So how does that all tie into your new moon in Leo? Because like I say, it affects the next 6 months of your life. So like I say, your money, water, basic needs, basic resources, seeds, anything like that. If people are going to be having a garden or anything like that, growing your own food, this is the time to go ahead and start preparing for those things because the sun is going to start to decline. And so as the sun starts to decline, as the stars become fall, which is why, when the sun is in Libra, it's a fall because the sun is starting to come down and it's going to start getting colder. We have to respond to what the seasons are telling us to do, you guys. So it's not just astrologically, also I would even say as far as the earth goes, and geographically, and what it's going to do for us as far as our nature, all of those things. And then culturally, how we handle things and what everybody does differently and how we get through the seasons. So you learn more about yourself as things happen. And so now socially so much is happening, so a lot of people's faith is really being tested. And some people's not being tested at all because some people know, and you know what you know and you don't what you don't. But all is well. Just be safe, you guys. Use this opportunity to also, like I say, set your candles. You always want to have a little bit of all of the elements. So you want to have fire, you want to have like a candle or however. You want to have water, you can do moon water. You can do, if you have like a water fountain or anything like that in your house. You can also use a feather. You can use an incense for your air. And a lot of people like to use flowers. You can use fruit, or you can use, some people use weed, for your earth. And set your altar and write down the list of things that you want. And moon starts to wax. As it gets bigger, you want it to carry with it before it gets to the full moon. And this is how you really get to manifest and get a glimpse of the things that you really want for yourself, you guys. But peace and love. I wanted to try to get this video in before I got home because I'm not going to be home for another hour or so. So I was like, well, I'm just going to do my out here. But share this, you guys. And I'm still doing birthday specials, so reach out to me for the Leos before your season is up because it's going to be for the Virgos after that. And then I'm still going to be doing the new moon in Leo sessions, so reach out for me for that. New moon in Leo sessions is really like 20 minutes, so not very long. Inbox me or reach out to me through my online booking. Anybody who wants a session, those really work out for a lot of people, and it's not too long, so it's just enough to really get your feet wet. Anybody who's scared or anybody who's been thinking about getting a session, is very, very quick, and it's a lot of information. Peace and love, you guys. And this also has a lot to do with your solar plexus chakra. So make sure you work on your solar plexus chakra. This also has a lot to do with your heart, all of those things. So it's dealing with excitement, but on the other end of it, this has a lot to do with potential drama and getting into it about things that, like I say, have changed up on you that you weren't prepared for. Peace and love, y'all. Have a good night.